Put your butt back. Right there. Good girl. Stay. Good girl. Hi, I'm Luke, bike shop manager here with Competitive Cyclist. Today we've got something really exciting for you. This is the brand new Pivot Shadowcat. This is a mid-travel, so 140 millimeter rear travel, 27.5 trail / all mountain bike. It's a complete ground up redesign. Pivot is claiming this to be the successor to the Mach 5.5, but they've done a couple really interesting things with the frame design that we're gonna go into here. The first is the weight. They knocked a ton of weight off of this frame relative to the last generation 5.5, and this frame is actually only 45 grams heavier than their super light 29er, the Mach 4 SL. So you're gonna get a much lighter weight frame while maintaining the same capability. They moved to the SRAM universal rear derailleur hanger system, which is gonna give it much better availability. If you go into a random bike shop and happen to break your hanger, there's a good chance they're gonna have one of those. They've also done little things to the frame, like you can see, where they do really clever cable routing designs. They use a proprietary cable routing system. So this is not a sleeved system, but the ports in here are designed so that once you get the cable fed through, you can actually tighten it down, which is gonna reduce and almost eliminate the chance of rattle. I personally had the chance to go to Pivot's factory in Arizona a little over a year ago, and seeing their quality control that they do on their frames is really second to none. Their bottom bracket quality control standards are so high that they very rarely, if ever, have any creaking issues with them. Another really interesting thing about this frame is they're not doing an extra large. The reasoning behind that is that they say that once you get into your 6'3", 6'4" plus person, you should really be on a 29-inch wheel bike just to get the benefits of that larger wheel. In terms of geometry, this is kind of what's to be expected out of a mid-travel 27.5 bike. It's got a 65.8 degree head angle, 430 millimeter chain stays, and the reach on the bike in a large is 480 millimeters, which is pretty bang on with what you would expect with other similar bikes. So with that, they tweaked the layout and the design of the DW Link a little bit with this bike. The first major thing that they did is they moved from the horizontal shock layout on the 5.5 to the vertical shock layout that's through the rest of most of their range at this point. What that does is it gives you a lot more room in the front triangle to have multiple water bottle cage mount options, and then also you get this under top tube mount, which is great for some toolkits that they are collaborating with Toe Peak on. The other thing that's interesting about the suspension is they did tune it so it has a little bit more of a lively and a playful feel, contrary to some of their bigger bikes like the Firebird, which are designed to just smash through things. The other notable thing about this is that this is a pivot, but they didn't do a Super Boost rear end on this. The reasoning behind that is they say that a 27.5 wheel already has enough stiffness to it, and they were already able to get the tire clearance that they wanted out of this bike without needing to go to a Super Boost hub standard. And lastly, let's talk about aesthetics. As you can see, it's a much straighter bike. It's got a straighter top tube, straighter down tube, and the logos are much cleaner. It just has a single one on the down tube. Comes in two colors. The one I have here is the wilder color. It's called Danger Fruit. And then there's also a more traditional color, which is like a slate blue gray called Blue Mirage. And that pretty much wraps it up. We're really excited about this bike, so if you have any questions, reach out to a gearhead today.